I think we good. I think we good. Let's bring this in right. Hey. What's good, party people? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. This is episode 84. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined with the co-host of the show, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world. My brother Santana, say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all for tuning in with us tonight. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all here with us tonight, and we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? As always, we got a jam-packed show, and we're going to get right to it. You heard?
You heard? It's a lot going on. It's a good Thursday. My brother got on his New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? He should be rocking a Brooklyn Nets hat, but that's a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, like, you feel me? But it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good. You know what I mean? So my brother, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good. All right, so let's get right to it. First topic of the night. First segment of the night, popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. Y'all see it right here. The label model is create, document, and inspire. So make sure you go to the Instagram. Stay in tune on the Instagram at OUV Records for all the latest and the greatest new merch, new music. First question of the night. Shout out to King Prince. When our day one's already in the building, got his badge. Make sure y'all get y'all badges. Get y'all badges. We got different access with the badges. The links in the bio and in the community page as well. So make sure you tap in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be cooking, you know what I mean? All right, first question of the night. Best sports movie on this list. Best sports movie on this list. And it has like a little theme. So best sports movie on this list, y'all. So don't name movies that's not on this list. This list, y'all. All right, first, Like Mike. Number two, Little Giants. Number three, Mighty Ducks. Number four, Hardball. I don't know if you caught the theme. I don't know if you caught the theme. So this theme seems like it's all uh little
Yeah.
kids,
So, like
little
Mike
kids.
was like Mike was garbage. Just garbage. Get it
Yeah.
out of there. For now, between Little Giants, what's the last two?
Mighty Ducks and
Mighty Ducks.
and Hardball.
Damn.
Hardball tough though, kid. I'm just saying, Hardball is tough.
That's
Paul.
what I'm saying. It's a tough one. Little Giants is tough. Oh man.
You know what make Little Giants so tough though? Like the football was popping, and they had direct characters to make the football popping, but it was funny though. Ed O'Neill was
I'm
cooking in that movie.
I'm gonna have to go with the Mighty Ducks, son.
The Mighty Ducks. Why you going with Mighty
I'm gonna
Ducks?
go with the Mighty Ducks because that's the only joint that really and truly like we ain't really get access to like that. As far as like playing hockey, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't really play hockey. So let me see some street kids play some hockey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. They
They
roll.
from the hood, you know what I'm saying? Because they got bubble goose on, so they from
Yeah,
the hood, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But Mighty Ducks was ill, you know what I'm saying? I can't lie. It was a dope ass movie. Um, it was a tough list because Hardball was fire too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hardball was fire, but I'm gonna fuck with Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks is a fire movie. I mean, the premise alone, where you got like this superstar talent, and then he hurts his knee. You know what I'm saying? He tried to go to AAA. He tried to get right, and then he cooking. Then he gets hurt again. So the fallback plan is he's gonna become a lawyer.
Fuck
Okay,
it,
you
go for
chilling.
the moolah. You know what I'm saying?
$10,000 suits, riding around in limousines. You know what I'm saying? He popping, got the cell phone, before anything else, shout out to Rowan Jack in the building, one of our
Shout
other.
out.
Appreciate you. He said Little Giants. But Mighty Ducks, and then he come against these rough kids like, hey, yo, y'all go play. You know what I mean? Go play. You know what I'm saying? Just go play. I'm
He
just saying.
got he got to be his old coach that he
Yeah.
got like y'all saying trauma from when he lost that championship
Yeah,
game.
for real, like, you know what I'm saying? At first, he was there to do his community service, but he like, yo, y'all kind of trash. Y'all need to do it like this. Like, who are you? Like, you don't play no hockey. He like, what?
Go shine my skate. Go sharpen my skates. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the cat, you know what I'm saying, with the old dude sharpening the skates, you know what I'm saying, for his community service and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the dude that's his man's in him. That's
Yeah,
how.
his hockey man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
His hockey coach is like
that's
his sensei type shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. He was like, go see Hans and sharpen his shoes. Like, you know what I mean? Go see Hans. You heard?
Yo, go holla at Hans. Yo, I
Yo,
forgot
son,
about Hans, son.
nigga
That was
Hans, like
yo.
Hans, my nigga.
Shout out to Hans, son. That was a real nigga, son. Anytime this nigga Gordon Phelps, son, was right there to pick him up with some, you know what I'm saying, with some hot cocoa,
You know what I'm
a
saying?
quilt, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Go sharpen them skates, nigga, when you get up, son.
Cause Hans pick up the book and read, so he gonna hit him with some quotes. You know what I mean? Pick up a book and read. You know what I mean? Mad quotes for that man. You know what I'm saying? But Mighty Ducks, I will say this: Mighty Ducks have a spirit about that movie that make you feel great after you watch the movie. It's a real feel good type of movie for me. But I'm gonna have to agree with the chat. Even though Hardball is fire, but that ending is just so heart wrenching. Like,
Ah.
damn, not little man. You know what I'm saying? And then, like Mike is straight. That shit is just baby shit. So I'm gonna go with Little Giants. Like Rick Moranis was the setup man. Ed O'Neill had me crying the whole movie. Like y'all do. He's like, you know what, yo, back. Like, yo, hold the couch cushion. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Got into the 3-point stairs. He like counted off. So his wife, like, the only part he messed up, he let his wife hold the couch cushion. What you think she gonna do when she sees 6'2" Ed O'Neill running full speed in his prime? Straight to her. She let the couch cushion go, and he ran through the damn window. Fell from second story from the crib. You know what I'm saying? Funny. And then they had the tropes. You had Spike, who could lift refrigerators. You know what I'm saying? He walking out the junk with back, like, yeah, he the running back, he fast and strong. Then you had Junior Floyd, the pretty boy quarterback, know what I mean, sleeky, smooth. Then you had the ice box, you know what I'm saying? Ice box, Ed O'Neill niece, and good, you know what I'm saying? And ring bells like, yo, Becky out here, like, she got on pads, and it's gonna be up. She got that look in her eye, B. So
Mhm.
I'm going with Little Giants. Little Giants is popping fire to me. My brother went with Mighty Ducks. We seen Little Giants in the chat. The rest of the world went with Hardball at 34%. What do you think about that?
I wasn't expecting that, but all right, you know what I'm saying? It's still a good movie. It's the ending, man. It's just a tough one, you know what I'm saying?
This is
But
a tough one.
it's a good movie nonetheless, though.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. All right, moving on. Next question on popular opinions. Best 1998 R&B album on this list. And that was a tough year for R&B. That was 8th grade, ninth grade. Yo, that was all right. So number one, Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Number two, 112, Room 112. Number three, R. Kelly, the R album, double disc. Number four, Destiny's Child, self-titled album. And it was like 8 more albums that obviously couldn't fit that list. When I looked it up, 98 was a hella fire year for R&B. So
You said R. Kelly, Lauryn Hill, Beyonce, Destiny Child,
yeah,
and what was
uh,
the other one? Uh, what was the last one? It was Destiny Child, Beyonce, Destiny Child,
R-
Lauryn Hill, R. Kelly,
112.
112. Mm.
That's that Room 112 joint. And not to mention not Beyonce, Brandy had an album that year. Monica had an album that year. I mean, that year was crazy full of dope R&B.
Uh, I'm gonna have to go with Destiny Child, son, because they songs was it was all over the place, son.
Yeah, it was.
All over the place. Like, don't get me wrong, all these other artists as they songs, Lauryn Hill's music was there, you know what I'm saying? But it was like two songs, I mean, compared to that Destiny Child album had like at least three, four on the radio going on rotation crazy.
I would say like 6.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that Destiny Child album was bananas, son.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It got to a point where we in elementary school talking about, yo, how we gonna pay your bills and shit? We ain't got no job. And the girls looking at us, you gotta pay our bills. We like, what the fuck?
I don't even pay my own bills, baby. Like, what you talking
Yo,
about?
what you talking about? Son? You eating that lunch that your mom made, cut the crust at the end. Stop playing, son. What you mean?
What you mean you eat that
So it
lunch?
had the whole world just going crazy, son.
Forget eating that lunch from what your mom made. They eating school lunch. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that free coffee cake in the morning. Like, stop playing. You know what I mean? Um, that Lauryn Hill album was fire though. But when I think of that album, it's great quality music, but I don't feel like it rang out as much as the Destiny's Child album. That 112, Room 112 had certified bangers on that album though. It was straight uppercuts on that album. But me, I'm going with R. Kelly, that R album. I remember being on that train holding my CD player ever so gently, because if it's what I'm saying, back in the day, if the CD like skip a little bit on the train, is going to skip. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like how it is now with the MP3. Them CDs used to like jump on the train, and I was bumping that R. Kelly album heavy. This is the red cover album where it had the R on it, dot, double disc straight bangers all the way through. I'm going with the R album. You went with Destiny's Child self-titled album. The chat went with Destiny's Child as well. The rest of the world went with R. Kelly at 49%. What do you think about that?
Still a legend, son. You know what I'm saying? Everybody remember when that shit dropped. So it still impact everybody to this day. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. And see that album, you remember where you was at, bro. Like it's something about R. Kelly albums for me. When they drop, I know where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Like when TP2 came out, I was in Harlem getting my hair braided. You know what I'm saying? My cousin picked me up from LI, like, yo, you trying to bust a move with me to Harlem? Alright, I'm trying to get my hair braided. Oh, that's easy. You know what I'm saying? Sitting there getting my little hair braided, you know what I mean? Sitting in between shorty legs, you know what I mean? And then the other homegirl walks in like, yo, y'all heard that R. Kelly album yet? Nah, I got it. Y'all want to hear it? Type of questions you asking, lady? Play the album, man. Like, what's wrong with you? So that R. Kelly albums used to be an event. So I like I said, R. Kelly still a legend, yo. All right, moving on to our next popular opinions question. Build a movie. This question is called Build a Movie. What would you rather have to build a movie? Number one, great actors and a period piece. Number two, great script, great directors. Number three, great location, and Netflix is producing it. Number 4, have the biggest budget, but it's gonna go indie. Tell me what y'all rather do.
Give me a great script and a great director. You know what I'm saying?
Great script, great director. Okay, okay. All right, why are you going with great script, great director?
Because at the end of the day, the director makes the actor. You know what I'm saying? The script brings out the acting ability of said actor that the director picks for the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it just goes hand in hand. If you have a great director and a great script, man, you could launch hella careers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, my favorite movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Boys launched how many people's careers from that? The director, Michael Bay, that was his first, you know what I'm saying? That was his first go around on
Yeah,
his own. You feel me? And look what he's been doing ever since. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah.
So great director, great script. You pick because he's a good director. I think these two actors, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they both on top of the world right now in the '90s. I think they'd be perfect for this. So I think with that combination, I think that'll be a good one to get a good movie out of. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay, okay. Me personally, I'm going with budget and going indie. I'm going with budget and going indie because if you have the budget, then you could get any actor. You could get, for me, that's the most important thing is the what I'll be able to do with the budget and the fact that I have a big budget and it's gonna go independent. So that means I can drop basically a Marvel type of movie and go indie and recuperate all that bread that's coming in on the back end. You know what I'm saying? So and then I have the ability to put it in any type of movie theater so I get the best of both worlds, just like how music is basically today. So me personally, I'm gonna go with budget and indie. So that's what I'm going with. You went with great actors. I mean, you went with great script, great directors. The chat also went with great script, great directors. They listed a whole bunch of people who are great directors. Robert Townsend, Keenan Ivory Wayans, Quentin Tarantino. Yes, those guys are legendary, and they are a part of great actors in their own right. They've done period pieces. They work with great directors. They are great directors as well. So they basically wear all hats. So shout out to those legends that y'all named in the chat. The rest of the world, though, they went with great script, great directors at 39%. What do you think about that?
Pretty close, pretty close. But yeah, like 9 times out of 10, most of the times the movies I'm gonna go after are because of the directors. And because of the directors, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have a great script. So I'm not gonna be upset paying for the movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's after a while you certainly go after the director and shit. So that's what's up.
Yeah. All right, that's lit. All right, moving on to our next popular opinion question. This is a Martin question. Best Martin episode on this list. Best Martin, the TV show, episode on this list. Season 1, Things I Do for Love. That's the episode where Tommy lost his girl to Jerome. All right. Number 2, Working Day and Night, Season 2. That's the episode where Martin decided to work overtime both day and night, and he wasn't going to be able to see Gina like that. And that's what, uh, Stan told him that he was with. Number 3, I Got Work to Do, Season 3. I Got Work to Do. So basically, this is the episode where Martin works 3, 4 different jobs and he quit them all.
Mm-hmm. This when he came back from his
Both
retreat
jobs.
days,
Huh?
the retreat from his sunflower days.
Right, right. So this is the episode where he quits, basically their version of McDonald's,
Oh
post
yeah,
this
Gucci burger.
hoochie burger, hoochie burger. Number 4, season 4, uh, DMV Blues.
Nah, I'll go with DMV Blues because I got hit with the DMV Blues to start from screen all the way in the back. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. The whole time I'm standing there for 4 hours, like, yo, this is that episode of Martin, son.
Yeah.
I thought I'd never live this day, but I'm living this day right now, son. 4 or 5 hours on the line. Crazy.
Like
I
you,
think that's the most, huh?
you say you wear protective lens. Yeah, say you didn't say that in your report. You got to start from scratch. You're like, what? Nah, hell no. He ran into Almond Brown. Dude kept calling him.
Yo, I'm gonna help you with your little test.
with the green see-through jacket and matching pants, like and them joints was high water with the wide leg with the boot. Like he was funny.
Buddy did the wild check mark on Buddy test. Nigga did a wild swoop through the whole test. Like, yo, I can help you with your test. Don't you worry about this. Nah, I'm gonna go with the DMV Blues.
Yeah,
Almond Brown. You gotta give it to Almond Brown.
yeah, because each of these is classically funny. The
Because the
episode,
one with even with the one where he was working all those jobs and he had the mailman job, came back and Gina talking about, yo, how you gonna quit the job and don't deliver all the mail? He's like, what you talking about? This is all my mail. Talking about, don't let me catch your ass on the street notice.
nah, when he walked through the door, he said, "Mama told me it'll be days like this." Yo, that episode was hilarious. But we quote season 2 working day and night all the time because it's Can the Brothers Get a Rap? You know what I'm saying? Fellas, we are so that
I don't know
episode
about y'all, but I miss my woman. I want to go home, but I can't because
was
I'm
a
hot.
lot.
Yo, he's like, yo, ain't nobody tell you to do all that. Y'all was just in there just walking talk. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I still gotta go with the DMV Blue, even though that overnight episode was hilarious. Well, he was
Yeah.
like, yo, I know I just met you and I just met your lady, but why they gotta feel the correct reason? If I say it's a biscuit, it's a biscuit.
Yo, funny ass episode, yo. Even that Tommy when he got his chick took
This
him.
chick took my Jerome at the club. Oh my gosh. Yo, her Diddy bot on that.
Yo, hella crazy, yo,
Yo,
hella.
and what's crazy now, the club scene that as we know it, that shit's extinct. It's just like
Yeah,
that episode of Martin. Like we thought it was ridiculous in the club. Now that shit's gone.
yeah, yeah.
Forever, never to come back, son. Damn, I missed out, son.
But I'm agree with you. I'm going with DMV Blues myself. That episode is just too funny. It's probably one of my favorite episodes, hands down. So I'm going with DMV Blues of season 4 as the best Martin episode on this list. You went with that same one. I went with that same one. The chat is going with the same one as well. The rest of the world went with Things I Do for Love, season 1, when Tommy lost his girl to Jerome at 35%. At 35%.
Bruh. So it's like it was funny because when they was had that double date, and he was like, no. He said something, he
He
went
said,
bad.
he said, no, you are the sweet one. You know what I'm saying? And Martin was like, yo, what's up with you, Tommy? Like, and Gina just eating all this up. Like,
Like,
she
oh my
just,
God, he's in love. Like, nah, he on some sucker shit right now, son. This ain't even my man that be getting to the draws right now. This is somebody else. I
like,
don't know this man right now.
he was like, yo, Tommy. He's like, nah, it's Thomas. Like, Thomas. gone. Like he gone right now. Like yeah. So yo, that I ain't mad at none of these.
I ain't mad at that one.
I ain't mad at none of these. All right, moving on, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. Hollywood needs to ask us. You want to start this one off?
Ugh. I know we was just cackling and giggling, but my Hollywood needs to ask us is gonna be on the slant. Like, you know what
On
I'm saying?
the slang.
So Hollywood needs to make, well, Hollywood and FX, since y'all been doing so well with these series, I got a new one for you. You know what I'm saying? So Hollywood need to do one of those series like the OJ Simpson trial or the other ones that they got going on now. They need to do one on Jimmy Savile. Now, Jimmy Savile was a media personality and DJ, and we probably would never really hear about him because he was a DJ and major personality in the UK. So he was born in October 31st, 1926, and died October 29th, 2011, right? So there's quotes about Jimmy Savile. They say he's the most disgusting human being I've ever met. So now Jimmy Savile, throughout his tenure as being a DJ and a media personality, and just like a shock jock in like the 50s and all that, he was like always had access to young adults and children. So, you know what I'm saying? He grew there as you know. When he died, all these allegations finally came out. It was just a slew of so many things. But the problem was Jimmy Savile was somebody. You know what I'm saying? You see pictures of him with the royal family and all that.
Yeah.
So he pretty much protected. So throughout his life, he was running rampant and crazy throughout the UK and just destroying so many people's lives and could not bring this guy to trial for all his crimes for some reason. And then come to find out he's buddy buddy with um, a
Hi.
bunch of royals and all that stuff in England and stuff. So yeah, I want to see a series about Jimmy Savile and how he was able to get away with all this stuff that he was doing, which is again, yeah, Grown Jack pre Diddy, but again, he's in media. He's you know what I'm saying, a personality, and it's so crazy that they always in the same type of industry. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird how that happens like that. So yeah, definitely that Hollywood needs to make a series about Jimmy Savile.
Fire. Fire. I gotta look him up. I gotta look him up and
There's a documentary about him. I think I believe it's on Netflix. It just came out not too long ago.
okay.
Great.
Okay. I gotta look him up. Alright, so Hollywood needs to ask us. I wanna see a new movie, more in-depth movie, a new age movie of the political leader Medgar Evers. Um, he passed away way too soon. Um, and you don't realize when you're a little kid and you hear somebody dying at 36 or 38 or 39 as a little kid, you're like, damn, like, he's a grown adult, right? And then for some reason, our 30s and guys in the 70s and 80s, in the 60s, their 30s look so much older than our 30s, right? Um, I just turned 40, y'all. I just turned 40. And I was watching the Temptations movie, and some of the guys died before 40 and like around 40, and some guys died like like at 52. And I'm like, yo, at this moment, I'm like 10 years younger than those guys. Well, 12 years younger than those guys. And they passed away and they look old. Like it was just crazy. Like they just look like older men. And I'm like, wow. So I want to see a movie on this particular gentleman because the men in that era took on so much and they had like an older persona because they was handling grown man business. And for him being such a leader of his community and having that political uh, target painted on his back. He died in Jackson, Mississippi. He's from the state of Mississippi. I think he's from another part of Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. I think Biloxi. I could be wrong on the actual origin, but he died in Jackson. And Jackson is known for having, that's one of the most melanated places on earth. So it's like, how can somebody infiltrate themselves and blend themselves in an area like that to be able to murder this man? He left behind 3 children. You know, 2 is still living. One, have unfortunately passed, but he's meant so much to our communities, but he's not talked about like, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey. He's left out of many conversations. And to show his accolades properly and what he meant at that time, and the fact that they took him out at that time while he was still young and vibrant, before he really got cooking. Because believe it or not, y'all, like 35 and younger, it's like you testing the waters. 35 and older is when you start cooking in your purpose in life. And his purpose, and when he really started cooking, the real impact that he had, his years was, he still had better years in front of him. So for him to be cut down the way he was, I feel like we was robbed, and most of us don't know his history, and I feel like we need to see that on the big screen. So a part of his story I thought was interesting. I said, "Ain't no way," because again, if I would have heard this as a child, I wouldn't have an idea of what this meant. So when he was a child, he walked 12 miles back and forth to school, him and his siblings.
Believe that shit. From you say he was born and raised in Biloxi, Mississippi, in the like
Yeah, yeah.
30s, something like that. Yeah.
So we talking about 40s and 50s. So this at this particular point in time, yeah, also, yeah, 30s, 40s, and 50s, because he died in 68, 66. So he had to be born in the 30s or late 30s. So if I was to hear somebody say, I had to walk 12 miles back and forth to school as a little kid, we don't know what that means. But as an adult, it's like, what?
12 miles is crazy.
Back and forth. So
6 miles going, 6 miles come back. So, man,
crazy.
tough. Yeah.
In Mississippi. Hot.
Every day.
Crazy. Ain't no way. So just his start off point. This is not even the real gully stuff that he got into. This was just his upbringing that he had to deal with. That walk lets you know life was gonna be hard. So I want to see a Medgar Evers movie. There's a movie called Burnings in Mississippi, or Mississippi Burnings, that is supposed to, no, the Ghosts of Mississippi. I think that movie is supposed to be dedicated to him, but I never really sat down and really watched that movie. But I want to see a more up to date version of that. So that's what I want to see, a Medgar Evers movie.
Nice.
Bro Biggs in the building. You already know.
Shout out.
All right, so I think both movies will be cracked to see. So yeah, I would love to see those movies. Y'all make sure y'all tap into the memberships again. There's different memberships available: gold, platinum, family, and day ones. Different access, different memberships. You will get your badges with the memberships, and it lets you know what you can get. You can access it with the link in the bio or the link on the community page. So make sure you tap into your memberships for this page. All right, moving on to our must see segment. Must see movies, must hear music, must see TV. You want to start this one off?
Nah, you can start it off.
All right, so my 3 must see movies, y'all. Must see. My first must see movie came out in 1993, directed by Steve Gomer. This movie is called Fly By Night. One of the best hip hop movies ever made. They get into the crux of this. Fire movie. It stars Todd Graff, Jeffrey D. Sams, Ron Bryce, Christopher Michael, Daryl Mitchell, Lawrence Gilliard, MC Light, and Maura Tierney. Fire movie about a young man that wants to be a rapper, He's working his day job. As you gotta see the rest of the movie, tap in to Fly By Night. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. All right, second must see movie. I just realized the night theme. Second must see movie is called Nights of the Living Demon. Fire movie came out in 1998. I'm sorry, 1988, directed by Kevin S. Tini. Stars Kevin S. Tini, uh, Amelia Kincard, Kathy Plaswell, Linnea Quinsley, Alvin Alex, Bill Gallo, and Hal Havins. Fire must see movie, first installment of Night of the Living Demons, about high school kids that want to party on Halloween. They want to go crazy. They figure to have their party at a haunted house to conjure up all the spirits. And you have to see the rest of the movie. Make sure you tap. Anytime you got horny teenagers, alcohol, 80s, rock and roll, conjuring up spirits at a haunted house.
Already know. Get up
And
out of there. You know what I'm saying?
got
Send them turkey.
send them to Turkey straight like that. All right, and my last must-see movie came out in 1982, directed by Richard Donner. Movie is called The Toy. It stars Richard Pryor, Jackie Gleason, Scott Schwartz, Ned Beatty, and Teresa Ganzel. Fire movie about an out of work reporter just looking for a job. Looking for a job. Settles for a job as a house. Basically, he's doing house cleaning, housekeeping, and you gotta see the rest of the movie. So again, that movie is called The Toy. So my three must-see movies is Thursday night. So get your movie weekend right and get it together. Fly By Night, Night of the Living Demons, and The Toy. Must see. Check those out.
Nice, nice, nice. Definitely check those out. Chad, you know how I do. I always got a theme for my movies. So this theme for my movies are three movies that'll make you question institutions that are in our real life. Right. First movie on the list is Doubt. Came out in 2008. Stars Meryl Streep, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Viola Davis, Joseph Foster, Lloyd Clay Brown, Mike Rookus, Alice Drummond, Molly Schieffer, and Bridget Megan Clark. It's about a movie about a priest in this Boston town, predominantly white, but has a few black kids in this church. He takes a liking to this boy, and then next thing you know, there's rumors, and you got to watch the rest of the movie to find out why that institution of the church is questionable. Next on that list is The General's Daughter. Came out in 1999. Stars John Travolta, Leslie Stevenson, Madeline Stowe, James Woods, James Cromwell, Timothy Hutton, Clarence Williams III, Jared Chandler, and Daniel Von Barget. About a general who comes to his base to meet up with his daughter, but then she gets murdered, and he gets private investigators to find out what happened to his daughter. And you got to watch the rest of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Last on my list is Sleepers. Came out in 1996. This
Fire.
a fire movie right here. Uh, Stars Brad Renfro, Kevin Bacon, Billy Crudup, Jonathan Tucker, Brad Pitt, Jason Patrick, Robert De Niro, Ron Elgard, Minnie Driver, Dustin Hoffman, Joseph Carino, and Jeffrey Wydorf. About a bunch of kids growing up in I believe it's in the 50s, Queens or Brooklyn area. They get into a little situation, something happens, they somebody dies, and they end up in a group home, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to find out what happens. Fire movie, deals the corruption in the church. in this one. So Sleepers deal with corruption in the church. That also deals with corruption in the church. And The General's Daughter deals with corruption in the military. So those are my three movies about institutions in our society that are questionable.
Fire, fire, fire. I love all those movies right there. Especially Sleepers. Sleepers make you wanna just find somebody that does wrong, that does harm to children, and just put them away in jail. You want to send them to Turkey. I can't even speak on violence, but
First Class, you know what I'm saying?
class,
Con Air.
yeah, Con Air. You know what I'm saying? Send them
Con
all.
Air,
You know what I'm saying?
Con Air flight to Turkey, you know what I'm saying?
Send them on Con Air. That's what they deserve. Uh, Fire movie, y'all. Make sure y'all tap into that movie. All right, moving on to our must see TV. No, we doing must see songs. My computer went out, so I'm just waiting for it to regenerate. But luckily, I think I remember some of the songs because they was it was a DMX theme, and these are, in my opinion, DMX best songs. Make sure you add these to your playlist. A DMX playlist is not complete unless you have these three songs on your playlist. Number one, DMX, Slippin'.
Mm.
Gotta have that on your playlist for a DMX playlist. Make sure you have that. Number two, Lord Give Me a Sign. It's something about that song that gives me a different type of energy. Lord, give me a sign. Oh, my computer's back up. Wonderful. Lord, give me a sign. Number three, get your shit right. Jermaine Dupri featuring DMX and the Mad Rapper. So again, it's Get Your Shit Right by Jermaine Dupri featuring DMX, Mad Rapper. Must have on your list. Lord, give me Sorry about that. Lord, give me a sign. Must have on your list. And number three, slipping. Must have on your DMX list. Trust me, y'all. Y'all thank me later for this. All right, moving on to our classic shows or must see TV shows. You want to start this one off?
Yeah. So I got a classic show. When this first show came out, it was, I believe, the first show, in my opinion, to like introduce into the lexicon. Um, well, not really, but like more into the lexicon, virtual reality and different dimensions that and stuff like that. So the show is called VR Troopers.
Ooh,
1994. You know what I'm saying? Got two seasons.
class.
Stars Gardner Baldwin, Sarah Joy Brown, Brad Hawkins, Michael Sorich, Julian Combs, Richard Ragabo, Kerrigan Mahan, Mike Reynolds, Aaron Pruner, and Dave Malloy. Fire show. It only had two seasons, so it had the same sort of premise like um Power Rangers at the time. But
Yeah,
the only difference was that the major difference was they was dealing with like virtual reality. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Computers, if your computer had a little bug in it, you know what I'm saying? That means in the virtual world, there's some like demonic presence fucking up with your shit. So they gotta
yeah,
go in there and handle them, you know what I'm saying? Kick ass on the virtual side, come back and
yeah,
now your computer start working. It was a crazy show, son. It was
yeah.
lit. So if you ever get a chance, you could catch all two seasons on YouTube. It's called VR Troopers. Again, it came out in 1994, and it got two seasons.
Lit, lit. Make sure y'all tap in the VR Troopers. Major throwback. And what's that? What they call that? I'm missing a word right now, but it's just a major throwback. A great watch, even still to this day. All right, my classic show. It's a classic show in my opinion. Uh, It was on for 24 seasons. Came out in 1999. Judge Joe Mathis.
Mm.
Must watch show. It is hilarious. All the episodes is hilarious. Even when he's getting at people, is hilarious. It's a couple families and stories that break your heart a little bit, but it's a great watch. It's so addicting to watch court TV, and I'm one of those people that enjoy court TV and the entertainment value of court TV. I'd rather watch court TV than Love and Hip Hop any day of the week. So make sure y'all tap into the best one, in my opinion, is Judge Joe Mathis. All right, moving on to. Oh, you got cologne for us?
Definitely got cologne. We're going to throw back on this one, you know what I'm saying? So if you look good, you feel good, you got to smell good so you could do good. We going back for a nostalgic brand. We going for Nautica. And the fragrance for Nautica is Voyage. You know what I'm saying? Throwback. Can't go wrong with Nautica. Nautica was lit when it was around and it's still popping to this day. And you can't go wrong with a Nautica vintage scent with this one. Excuse me, with this one right here. And the scent again is called Voyage.
Make sure y'all tap into that voyage. Get your smell right if you're trying to get up on you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get up on you. So make sure y'all tap into that voyage. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to wrap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get classic movies, shows, documentary, and original content for your viewing pleasure for only $4.99. That's Button Snaps. All right, first hot topic of the night. A German startup company is now freezing dead bodies to revive them in the future. 200K is the asking price right now. This particular startup was founded in 2020, so this is COVID. Look at that time frame, right? Started in 2020. The process begins immediately after death. They have a specialized ambulance team that that deals with the calling process to come out and get these bodies immediately. And the body is stored long term in negative 196 Celsius to freeze the body for the future. What do you think about that?
I mean, that sound good. It's a good finesse. It's a good way to get people's money, you know what I'm saying? And focus on something they care dear and who's more vulnerable than a person grieving over a loved one. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great finesse because at the end of the day, if that's true, we ain't gonna even be around to see if it even is true. You feel me? Because
Hmm.
we're gonna be gone. So how do we even know the end result if nobody's gonna be there to document it?
Right,
You
right.
feel me? So it's like you say it works, but we don't know if it works. You bringing somebody back to life, like, come on.
My thing is, if somebody is dead before you freeze them, then what's the purpose? Like, how can you revive something that's dead?
They gone
Right.
forever. That's it.
So it will pique my interest if you're saying that we could freeze you for 20 years or 30 years and then revive you in that time, but you're already gone. There's a difference on that. When they freeze you, you're alive. Like when you think of Demolition Man and that type of movie where they froze, the prisoners for 80 years or whatever the case may be, or 50 years or whatever, and then they brought them back throughout the time. So, but those prisoners was alive when they froze them. So now if somebody's dead, then what are we talking about freezing? Like, what are you freezing?
So that's what I said. It's a good finesse. It sound good. Get that 200K per, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I
So,
mean, it's interesting.
somebody on the way with your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but bro, I think they do have capabilities of such, but to freeze a dead person and to bring them back 20, 30 years, that's a bit much. That's again, it's not like by the time we're old men that this is going to be a thing.
It's definitely not. It's inhumane. It's nothing about it is natural. So it's not gonna catch too much speed, and win for other people to want to fuck with it. Cause like, bro, I already passed on. So you saving my body and this fluid or whatever it is for what?
Yeah.
Like you can't. My soul done left my body. You can't bring that back. You don't
Right.
have that. You don't got that skill. You know what I'm saying?
You can't what?
You're not built like that. My soul left my body already. So
But you,
even if you freeze the body, you can't bring my soul back 30 years later. Like, what are you talking about?
but I brought that back. I brought that back. Talking, mama sitting in her house cold in the winter time, swinging back and forth, talking about oh shit, oh shit.
Mama
She
thought you was gonna save us.
back to save us or some shit. Right? But aside though, I handle shit. Marble floors, split level duplex. My man have to go to work. I did that. I brought that back. Standing side by side together as brothers, ain't nothing can break us apart.
Yo,
What
son.
Tupac said, ain't nothing can break us apart. He did the hand and everything. Ain't nothing can break us apart.
He meant that shit, son. From the heart with the hand gesture and all.
Think I came back to work for you, selling that shit, talking about working for me. We brothers. We'll be partners. Yeah, that's above the rim, y'all. Fire movie. But yeah, man, I just thought that was very interesting. And at the end of the day, I call it. I think they have the capability of something like this, but I believe the freezing method works on live people, just like in the movie Demolition Man. I'm a firm believer when they show us things in movies that they already have this capability, and now they just showing us this movie. Mind you, Man came out in 1995. So they were showing all different types of capabilities that we use today.
Even that old school movie Forever Young with Mel Gibson and what's that nigga? What's that other what's his name? I forget the name. But yeah, it starred Mel Gibson. He was a fucking World War II pilot. You know what I'm saying? One of his mans came up to him like, yo, I got this project for you. Lo and behold, he end up in some tank. And then 30 years later, he come out and it's like 1985. You know what I'm saying? But in that movie, it showcased like the shit works. But the only problem is now that he's out of the tank, his body starts aging quickly. So that's why
Yeah,
the movie's called Forever Young. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Fire ass movie. I was like, nah, son, that puts you in that tank or the what you call freezing shit.
yeah,
No go. I guess they done worked it out. Somebody went up there and fixed it and got it better now. So now the new Joneses, they done worked it out. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
feel the kinks in it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You feel the kinks in the bed. It gets from all that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get down. You know what I'm saying?
All that. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Marlon Wayans versus DJ Vlad. Marlon Wayans DJ Vlad asked for an interview with Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans said yes, but it's going to be 40,000, and he wants 30% of the revenue up front. Then DJ Vlad responded by not continuing negotiations, but he responded on going on Twitter and trying to speak negatively and disparagingly about Marlon Wayne's career, saying that you haven't been hot in a while, you don't garner 40,000 for an interview. Um, you've done interviews with this platform, that platform. The numbers only was this, so there's no way you were able to even get 40,000. Marlon Wayne's response, I'm too important to the culture. I have blockbuster movies. I'm a main staple. So you saying this don't make no never mind. What do you think about that? Are you familiar with the situation? Have you seen the situation?
Yeah, I'm glad that he checked him the way he did. He politely did it, and you know what I'm saying, like industry way. I'm gonna give you a number that's so egregious and so crazy that you're just gonna decline this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And if you stupid enough to do it, then fuck it. I'm gonna give some bread off. You know what I'm saying? But really and truly, it's just saying in a way of saying I don't want to fuck with your show.
yeah,
Instead of saying that, I'm gonna say in a wild price. I'm asking for an egregious asking price and shit. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And then that's my shit.
yeah,
So the fact of the matter that he got in his feelings, like, just really showcases why Vlad shouldn't even be in the space that he's in. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many people flock to his platform that keep him elevated. But after this stunt right here, I feel as though people gonna look at it like, nah, I ain't gonna really rock with him. So once we start doing that, your whole platform is gonna flop. You know what I'm saying? So
mhm,
you're not in no position to talk to a Marlon Wayans about his asking price. That's Marlon Wayans at the end of
yeah,
the day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Put
yeah,
respect on bro name. You know what I'm saying? Like legend, come from a legendary family. They done put work in the industry for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Not no bullshit. They didn't put work in. So it's like Vlad, for you to even talk the buffale that you was talking is just showcases the inflated ego that you have from an inflated platform. Because once we pull that shit from under you, it's over.
yeah,
Lloyd
yes,
Banks said it best in one of his rhymes. He
yeah,
said, "The same niggas you shit on right now as you coming up is the same ones gonna shit on you as you coming back down." You know what I'm saying?
hmm hmm
So, all right, I mean, we made this shit. I mean,
hmm
this is our shit, my shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So if I want to bring somebody all through my shit, I'm gonna do that. This is my house too.
all up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I know you did it, Jody.
Yeah.
Nah, let me get serious. But yeah, Vlad is a clown, and it's it's just more of these people just gonna just start deteriorating. They're just gonna start. Their platform is all gonna flop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those people who are real, who are authentic, no matter what creed, no matter what background you come from, as long as you give respect and you get respect, that's all that matters. You're gonna be safe. You good. But
Mhm,
those who try to be funny money with it, no matter what you are, if you funny money with it and you a switch hitter, meaning that you placate both sides and nah, your shit gonna fall soon enough. Vlad is one, and I don't know if you have this on your one of your segments, but DJ Academics is another one. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole bunch of slew of shit that he got to deal with. But again, the same premise. Lame niggas get positions of power thinking now they powerful. No, you just a lame nigga with power. You still lame.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna respect your position. So you gotta overinflate your chest, you know what I'm saying? Like my man Willie Beeman said, inflate your chest. You know what I'm saying? When you sipping the Metro Flex.
Flex stress. Flex your chest.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah, by
Yeah.
in I give him a 6 more months, son.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, like there's so many levels to this DJ Flat Vlad thing and like Marlon Wayans. I don't even like speak on it or do, but it like we have to do this, right? Um Marlon Wayans comes from the first family of comedy. That's not even a debate. That is real. He's contributed to the legacy of the Wayne's name. So it's not like he just comes from the Wayne's family. He contributes to the Wayne family, right? When people are legends, you cannot say you haven't had this in a while or that in a while or you're not hot. Legends don't have to be hot. They're legends. Simple and plain. No matter how you chalk it up, Marlon Wayans is a legend in his own right. Great actor. Great actor. I believe he's a better actor than he is a comedic actor. Me personally, his best movie, in my opinion, is probably The Sixth Man, in my opinion, because he had the ability to I know what it's like to lose a sibling, and he showed them that level. There's a certain scene in that movie every single time I have to skip because he nailed that scene to where you lose a sibling, and it was the look on his face, the shock, the disbelief, and he nails it every time, and I have to skip it. That's how great he was in that movie, not just from a comedic standpoint, but just from an acting standpoint, showing the odds, showing the how serious this is, how the dynamic in his family is forever changed, the dynamic and the trajectory as a man, how he see himself, how he sees the world is forever changed. Great movie, great movie, and he's been in other top tier movies. Not to mention the movie Scary Movie, not Scary Movie, Haunted movie or Haunted House. That movie he did out of his own pocket. And he took a movie that he did with out of his own pocket and turned it into a major motion picture. Not to mention they gave him they now they came they the other production companies coming to the table like, hey, you want to do a part two? We give you some money just to do it. So you cannot say someone like that with all those skills and all those accolades having a TV show, a great TV show at that, having just different things, stand-ups, great movies, whether he was starring or co-starring. He is again a living color. He's done so much for the culture that you can never say that you haven't done nothing or you haven't had anything in a while. Vlad forgets that he's a guest in our culture. He's a guest, and too many times he's overstepped his bounds with this. When he spoke about the thing with the Minister Farrakhan, um, different ways how he speaks to different people within the culture. Like, yo, bruh, you're a guest here, and you're allowed to be here. And the only reason why you're allowed is because your platform is built on other people getting attention. So if you're a young rapper, a young new artist, hey, I have this thing called Vlad DVDs. You could get on there. I come to your hood. You could talk your talk. We could talk about your music, and I'll put it out, and you'll get attention. Easy peasy. So now that he has Vlad's interview where he doesn't even show his face, and then he get these thirsty ass people from our culture that going on there looking for a look. There's plenty of other platforms that you could get that same look and better, but they choosing to go on that platform, and I'm pretty sure it's for a check. I'm pretty sure it's for a check. And I'm talking about the known people. I'm not talking about the new people that come on. People go on this show on his show basically to indict themselves every single time, every single time. And and it's so funny the people that we call crazy or he's eccentric, you gotta chill, be telling the most truth. And I have to go back to Dame Dash because when Dame Dash was like, yo, why y'all messing with this dude? He's a culture vulture. He does not give anything back to the culture. He's a guest in this, and he overstates his value. Why y'all still messing with his show? Oh, Dame Dash, you too crazy, you too radical, da 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 da. But he's been telling the truth, and this is another situation where Vlad has extremely played himself. Anytime you're in negotiations about business and it doesn't go your way, it's a bad look when you go to social media and try to diminish this person's value by saying whatever that you're saying. The numbers can be true. The numbers don't lie, but you can't diminish somebody's value after you try to get them. That doesn't make any sense. You try to get Marlon Wayans on your show. He gave you a price so ridiculous because he really don't want to do it. But if he is going to do it because you give him the money, it's just good business to do it for the financial standpoint. And now you go on social media to try to discredit him. He could have 40,000 lined up from another platform or 35,000 or whatever. But you cannot diminish somebody's value because you say so based on your platform. Who the hell are you? You're a guest. You haven't contributed anything to the culture. 30 years from now, people is not going to say, yo, put on Vlad TV. But 30 years from now, people going to say, yo, put on the Six Man, put on Senseless, put on Mo Money. These are all movies that Marlon Wayans was a part of, y'all. Put on the Wayans brothers. What are we talking? Get this guy up out of here. He's trash. He's corny. He doesn't bring anything to the culture. Point blank, period. Ah. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Just like the movie Demolition Man, they showed a whole bunch of technology when it comes to uh, uh, video screen, video calls, and the ice, and all the restaurants is closing. Just to give y'all a few of these, there's a lot of mainstream restaurants that are closing a lot of locations or just straight up closing. All right, IHOP, the restaurant IHOP franchise, they're closing over 100 locations in 2024. 100 locations. Mind you, we're not even out of 2024 yet. They're closing over 100 locations. Number two, Buffalo Wild Wings is closing over 60 locations for this year. Applebee's is closing over 35 locations for 2024. Red Lobster is filing bankruptcy as a whole. The restaurant Denny's closing 15 locations. Pizza Hut is closing over 500 locations worldwide. Outback Steakhouse is closing 41 locations. This is just half of it. What do you think about this?
That's that company BlackRock. You know what I'm saying? They are asset management companies. So what they're doing is they going after assets, and then once they grab those assets, they liquidate those assets. You know what I'm saying? They fire the CEOs, put new CEOs in there, and once they cronies is in there, they start liquidating shit, and then that's when you start hearing closings of stores, jobs being lost, that just that and the third. But meanwhile, that all that shit is going on, the top bigwig CEOs they cutting themselves checks. You know what I'm saying? While the little guy losing a job. You know what I'm saying? Little assistant manager losing his location. But them top dudes, they getting the checks cut. You know what I'm saying? They eating off the shares and all that. So at the end of the day, once all those locations are um liquidated and they close down, now all of a sudden they gotta sell the business or the location. Guess what? They gotta sell on pennies on the dollar. Now you got a new location for new business, new money coming in, or probably high rise, whatever. Because at the end of the day, you want the location. It's not about the business, it's about where the business sits on. Because you could bozos Denny's, fucking IHOP and create something new. You know what I'm saying? They need that land. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about. They've been doing this shit forever. Like they've been showing this shit since movie like what's the movie? Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Been showing this shit. It's like it's nothing new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just think it's real interesting because people. I think the biggest dip in restaurants in itself is how the food is prepared. People are learning about food, what they put into their body, learning that majority, if not all of these restaurants, don't even sell real food. And I think that's also part of the selection of people educating themselves and rather eat in because it's actually cheaper to eat at a restaurant now than to buy groceries.
Mhm.
It's much cheaper. It used to be the other way around. So that has to let you know something about the food. If you could sell a delicious big burger, pause, with all the trimmings and all the secret sauce for only $1.99. But this is prime meat, you're telling me, right? This is prime cheese, prime vegetables and meats and ingredients that you're putting into this burger, because I'm putting this into my body, all for 199. See what I'm saying? So this, I think that's also a part of it as well. The financial aspect that you just mentioned is probably the bigger part, because, like you said, the owners or the shareholders is always going to eat. They're always going to eat. So at the end of the day, this hurts. This puts a lot of people out of work, and now the unemployment rate goes higher. Now you have more people who's going to be homeless. You just have more people that's just without. In this country, they thrive on the gap being larger from the haves and the have-nots. The larger that gap is, the more they feel the country thrives, because it's the elites that's the haves. So the more people that have nots, they more liable and happy to be worker bees. When you take something from people and then they get hungry, if you give a hungry man a cracker, he gonna eat that like it's a gourmet meal. So if you treat that with jobs and food and just being able to pay your bills, your rent, your lease, your mortgage, then people just be happy with that. Just today, I realized the gas haven't even gone down for election. Normally the gas go all the way down for election. They haven't even brought the gas down, bro. So that lets me know, but in by next year that gas gonna be crazy. We gotta stop buying gas.
Hmm.
See what I'm saying? So this thing right here has really big implications, because it widened the gap from the haves and the have-nots just by these jobs. And people depend on these jobs, whether it's their main job or it's their part-time job. People depend on these jobs. So it's very unfortunate. You got a lot of people that's going to be out of work. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. The new fashion trend is is a company that's working on these right now. They have the prototypes out. They're making post-op moon boots, new fashion boots to have. What do you think about that?
Said post-op moon boots.
Yeah, so like after you get out of surgery, the moon boot that they put on your leg or something like that.
Hmm.
Now that is becoming like a fashionable trend. They have prototypes of the fashion moon boot, where you go wear a sock, and instead of sneakers you wear the moon boot.
I'm saying they brought out that garbage ass Cybertruck and niggas bought that shit. So niggas gonna buy this shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, they gonna just keep coming out with garbage ass shit, and just people gonna keep buying this shit. That's literally where we are with it. You know what I'm saying? But I seen videos, these chicks on OnlyFans, they sell fart. You feel me? So it's like it's a world of just buyers right now. Like everybody, no, I'm sorry, it's a world of sellers, because they just selling you whatever they want, and people just buying this shit. So if you want to buy a moon boot, I don't know why you would want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how you gonna get jiggy with that, but
I
if
can't get
that's what
jiggy.
you want to do, that's what you're gonna do. But me personally, I can't get jiggy with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just think it's interesting, because it's like they will take anything that's different and try to call it, and they say, yeah, this is high end fashion. We're gonna throw Gucci on it. We're gonna throw Louis on it. It's high end fashion. It first happened when you had Kanye West taking like basically what he calls homeless man wear and making it like trendy and fashionable. Then I seen like the Balenciaga was planning to uh, bring out like these very tethered looking sneakers, and you throw Balenciaga on there, $1,500, and it's gonna go crazy. That's fashion. Then not too long ago, we seen what the new jeans that are coming out with the pee stains. Remember we covered that where the jeans have the pee stains, the pre stains in there, and that's the new fashion. And now we have the moon boot. This is not fashion. This is just straight up
If I'm a
trash.
if I'm an OG, I'm gonna stick to my old fashioned because y'all can have this new wave. I'm gonna stick to what I know. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good. It's been working for your boy. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna continue that. This new quote unquote fashion is like, nah. You can't
Yeah.
just, like you said, you can't just call it fashion because you put a name brand. But the shit ain't even hot. Some of the name brand sneakers or shoes they be having, the shit be looking ass. Like
Mhm.
shit look stupid half the time. But
Is the
because the brand name on it, it's like, oh, it's lit. But it's like, nah, it's really not though.
Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, is the boot like a compression sock? Nah, it's a moon boot is because the material is different on the bottom. And that moon boot has to be hard enough for people to walk, but soft enough on the inside to to be soft enough for your heel or your leg or whatever part of the leg is messed up. So a moon boot is made out of special material. So now this is like the new crave that they're trying to create. So I just think it's trash. That's something you put on in a movie and like it's a period piece or you're trying to throw it off. Like, but this is not something you wear in everyday fashion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's wild. It's wild. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Jennifer Lopez files for divorce from Ben Affleck. What do you think about that?
It's you, Jennifer. It's just you. It's nobody else. You, the common denominator. Just buy a dog and just give it up. You know what I'm saying? It's over. You're cooked now. You know what I'm saying? It's over. Ain't no other men left. You double back. You almost ruined my man Ben life for the second time. I need him to come back and do another Batman movie.
And
I need him to come back and do another accountant movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need him focused. You got him fucked up. I need these movies pressed up in May. I don't know what he doing now. Get focused, get right. Ask for spousal support and get back, you know what I'm saying? Get back cooking again. Make these movies, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get in these board meetings, get that money, go get that check, go get it cut, and let's go. You know what I'm saying? You're
mhm.
gonna be all right. You won't, you know what I'm saying? You won't get back on your feet. Jennifer, on the other hand, nah, it's all right. It's over. It's done.
It's
You've
very
been
interesting.
around high profile men for your whole career. So you can't tell me you didn't have choices and opportunity and a plethora of, you know what I'm saying, to choose from. So you made bad decisions. You are at where you at because of the choices you made. And it's evident because now, lo and behold, you're getting divorced again. So at the end of the day, it's women, really. Majority of the time it's women.
It's interesting because I've seen Jennifer Lopez in person quite a few times. First time I seen her probably when I was 17. I was in a movie. I did background work in the movie, so we was on the set together. But they show like a half of my face or whatever. But obviously they focused on her or whatever. The movie made in Manhattan. So seeing her, I say that because seeing her in real life at that time, she's gorgeous, gorgeous face, gorgeous. So I understand the men of her time would give her the opportunity to show her value. We're talking about billionaires and millionaires. She's had access to the top guys since the at least since the 90s. We're in 2024. Alex Rodriguez, Puff Daddy, Ben Affleck, and there's probably a couple other guys that she probably didn't make it public with, but she's had access to all types of men. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, seeing this is I agree with you. It's you. It's you. Straight up and point blank, it's you. What makes it even more interesting, they don't have a prenup. So that divorce settlement is going to be it's going to be a little shaky. It's going to be a little shaky. So because they don't have that prenup in place, they only was married for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. And the anguish on his face every time he's out with his wife, or the times that we've seen it, it did not look positive. So anytime like I would figure a man that's married, that's out and about with his wife, it's like, yo, I'm out and about with my chick. Like, you know what I'm saying? We chilling, we cracking jokes, and we having a good time. But nah, he looked like he just was ready to get away from her. And they have been living separate for a while, as I read earlier. So I just think it's very interesting that a woman like her have access to all these men and haven't been able to capitalize in the eyes of I don't even know if Jennifer Lopez has children. I don't know that for a fact.
I'm
But
not sure.
she's been married at least 3 times. At
Exactly.
least 3 times. So hey man, like what you call him is Alex Rodriguez. I didn't know he's the owner of the or one of the owners of the Minnesota Timberwolves,
Mm.
making crazy bread. You know what I'm saying? So again, the access to the type of men that you would think that most women, when they get access to those type of guys that make that upper echelon type of money, most women you see in that position is trying to make it work. I don't know. It's just a bad look. It's a bad look all around. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Two female students filmed themselves bullying a disabled student in the toilet, and these students were about 12. I would say they were no older than 12 or 13, and the disabled girl was probably about 11, 12 years old. What do you think about that?
I mean, shit like that happens all the time. The only difference is it was recorded. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody went through school and they know what happens in school. Like you get picked on. It's just the nature of the game. Only difference is that they recorded it. So it's like now it's out there. Now they gotta get disciplined and all that stuff. And just know right from wrong and just know like how to conduct themselves when they're around other people and stuff. But I mean that's something that's always you gonna look or feel or act different. Like it's just people gonna get on, especially in elementary and junior high. So it just sucks though. Like she was had a disability, so not just the whack part about it, but I guess they're around the same age. Um, yeah, I get it, but they still need to get punishment for it though. They need to learn the lesson for that.
Yeah, yeah, because they threw on the floor. They was punching her and things like that. It was pretty violent. So they need to be severely punished. Obviously, not jail time, but they need need to get their ass whooped, by their parents. They need to be put on punishment. They need to have some things taken away from 'em for a while. Some sort of consequences needed. Um, you know, so that's how I feel about it, me personally. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Purdue Chicken LLC company has recalled products after customers complain of metal wire in the chicken. What do you think about that?
Yeah, last couple of years, there's been issues with the production of chicken for a while. So I feel as though like these niggas is like doing this shit on purpose now. You know what I'm saying? Like deliberately fuck with the stockpile of chicken to now mess with further down the line with the food supply. It's like that's crazy, son. So um I mean Purdue's been around for a very long time. Like you
Yeah,
feel me? Like
yeah.
when we was growing up, remember when Purdue used to be in the commercials?
The premier chicken.
Yeah. And there was never no issues like this. I don't recall growing up a lot of recalls like that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
obviously logistics has been working for a very long time. Now all of a sudden logistics can't work. Like we getting E. coli outbreaks and all types of shit back to back. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah,
No,
my bag ahead.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, I just think it's very scary because we've been eating chicken and these type of foods from these companies for a very long time. Um like my parents had this thing like you buy the name brand meats because that's the premier meats and that's the best thing, the most healthiest thing that we're gonna have. But it's just how they dress it up, which makes them the premier meats. Like they have the nice, chicken and they color it right and they have the nice lettering and we think it's the premier meats, but it's getting out because we have social media today. So imagine those years ago when they wasn't preparing it right, we wouldn't even know, and we just tearing this food up, putting this food in our bodies. Especially Purdue. Purdue was the premier chicken. You had to have a little money to get Purdue chicken. You know what I'm saying? You had to have a job to get Purdue chicken. So to hear this type of company, and I noticed they didn't say Purdue chicken. They said Purdue Chicken LLC Company. So that's another thing that was very underlining in how they worded Purdue Chicken, because I know Purdue Chicken as Purdue Chicken. When they say LLC, then they're saying that this is a corporation that limited liability that won't have to face a lot of the backlash. All they have to do is try to take some of the metal out of the chicken. They're not even liable for taking all the metal out of the chicken. So watch the wording. Watch the wording, y'all. So be careful what y'all putting in your bodies. Your body is your temple. Your body is your car. If you put trash ass gas in your body, in your car, then you won't run correctly. Make sense? So it's crazy that all these recalls is happening. Be aware of the chicken or the foods that you put into your body. I uh, One last topic for hot topics or for time to wrap. Uh, Shout out to one of the hottest clubbing experiences in New York City right now. There's a Bronx bodega that turns into they turn into a club every month, and they have the best clubbing experience in the tri-state area right now. It's a club. Oh, it's a bodega in Harlem. They don't want to say the name because it's supposed to be invite only, but it's supposed to be the hottest clubbing experience. So it goes from being a bodega by day, and a couple times a month it turns itself into a club where people come, hear that music, dancing, food. What do you think about that?
That's dope. That's what's up. More areas need to do something like that. So follow suit with that. You know what I'm saying? Bring that culture back.
Yeah, that would be fire. That would be fire. Still clubbing. All right, moving on to our next segment. Uh, our next segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you tap into BigBravoSection.com. Again, BigBravoSection.com. If you're in the Miami area and you're looking to book a session with one of the best photographers in the world, make sure you tap into BigBravoSection.com. If you're not in the Miami area, still book that session. They'll fly out and take care of your session. We're talking about bar mitzvahs, weddings, parties, colleges, orgies, all that. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take care of you again at BigBravoSection.com. You got a petty thought for us?
Yeah, minus the orgies. Don't do those. Uh, yeah, so got petty words for you from the Black Law Dictionary. So, very important to understand words and understand the many different definitions of words, not just regular everyday uses of these words. So a lot of these words have legal definitions. So I go through a Black's Law Dictionary, pick up random words, and present them to you now. So the first word on the list is subpoena. A subpoena is a command to appear, a command to appear to a certain time and place to give testimony upon a certain matter. Subpoena duce tecum requires production of books, papers, and other things. And subpoenas in federal crime cases are governed by this code that you got put in, which is federal.r.crime.p-17. And if you're dealing with civil cases and you need a subpoena, you would use the code federal.r.civil.p.45. So those are the codes for subpoenas. Anybody can um, request a subpoena from somebody. You know what I'm saying? So you could just go to local magistrate office and get that. So next word on the list is ecclesiastic. So ecclesiastic is a clergyman, a priest, a man consecrated to the service of the church as a bishop, as a priest, as a deacon. Ecclesiastic. All right. So next word on the list is Eighth Amendment. So Eighth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution added in 1791, which prohibits excessive bail, excessive fines, and excessive cruel and unusual punishment. Notice that they had that since 1791, but we have excessive bail, we have excessive fines, and we have excessive cruel and unusual punishment. So nobody's really putting foot to ass with the Eighth Amendment and getting things resolved. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So last word on the list is magistrate. A magistrate is a public civil officer possessing such power as legislative, executive, or judicial, as the government appointing him may ordain. In a narrower sense, an inferior judicial officer, such as justice of the peace. So, magistrate only has power if given power by somebody who ordains them that power. So, any other time, they are an inferior judicial officer. They're not even judges for real. They're called justice of the peace. So you have to be very wary of the word. So a lot of times if you get locked up, you're going to see a magistrate judge. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to see the big judge yet. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see the little judge, you know what I'm saying? That's going to deem whether you get a bail or not.
Right.
Enough. Wouldn't that more so be somebody who's actually court appointed to handle your bail? But now they give you justice of the peace. Funny how the court system works. It's a lot of loopholes. So words of this week is subpoena, ecclesiastic, Eighth Amendment, and magistrate. Again, if you have words that you want to find a legal definition to, you can put them in the chat and I'll look them up for the next episode.
It's a federal subpoena. What I'm supposed to do? Cleveland, though?
You know what? I got a book that can help y'all. You know what, Mike? You know, I can have a Coke in a smile. Matter of fact, bring me one, Mike. You bring me one?
Going back to J-Lo real quick, they said she had 2 children by Mark Anthony. Okay. Yeah.
She's
All right,
used
y'all.
up goods even more. She's still used up. She's
It's
used up even more now.
a fact. It's a fact. All right, y'all. Moving on. Again, fire words. Make sure you send my brother some words to look up, and he'll look them up and have them ready for you next episode. All right, moving on to our next segment. Keep the lie live segment.
Keep the lie alive.
Lie live. All right, this segment. I want to know because I seen something earlier that threw me a little bit. Is hygiene, because that's the thing. That's my keep the lie alive. Hygiene. Is it cultural or is it individual? I played on a slew of football teams, basketball teams growing up. So I played with some dirty folks and I played with some clean folks. And I don't think culturally it was that different. You know what I'm saying? It was either some dirty melanated folks or clean melanated folks. I played with some dirty white folks and some clean white folks. Meaning, after we play a game, that you would take a shower, you would take a bath. They not walking around with the 3 rings on the back of their neck, just dirt rings, just all in the back of their neck. So I wonder if it's cultural or individual based, because I've seen videos, plenty of videos earlier, that a lot of white people are saying that they don't normally take showers on a regular basis, and it's cool. And when they do take showers, they get the hot spots. Again, I played football, I played basketball growing up. A lot of my friends who happen to be white, I've never heard them say that they don't, take showers every night. I've never heard them say that. Never heard them say they don't take 2 showers a night. I messed with all types of women in my past. And I've never heard a white woman that I've dealt with, or a woman that happened to be white that I dealt with, saying that she don't take showers on a regular basis. So now it's puzzling now when I see, I would guess, and let me be fair, the people that I'm seeing is around late 30s to their 60s, saying that they don't take regular showers. They think it's kind of disgusting that they taking a crap, that they feel kind of like weird that after they take a crap to get up and wash their hands and leave the bathroom. And I'm like, that has to be individual based, because I don't know any of my friends who happen to be white doesn't doesn't do that. Now I went to school with some folks that, to college, they have community bathrooms. People then take them a crap, got up, got the hell up out of there without washing their hands, and so on and so forth. And I've seen that too. So I wonder, for you, do you think it's more cultural or individual based?
I really feel it's already is individual based. I really feel like certain scenarios, certain circumstances, you just don't want to for whatever reason. But I feel it's like it's individual. Like it's not something like if you're from this particular culture, then this is the norm for y'all. So it's like, nah. I feel everybody learn to be clean, take showers, baths, all that stuff. And now, after you done learned that, after 6, 7 years old, you get to a certain age. Now it's you gotta wash your own ass. You know what I'm saying? So now it's individual based. So I feel like people pick and choose. Maybe we catch them at a bad time, whatever the case may be. There's just now all of a sudden people are saying they don't take baths, so it's just weird. Like been growing up with the same people for all this time, and all of a sudden now y'all don't take baths now. Like when did
Right,
this start happening? You know
right,
what I'm saying? So it's just weird. But that was never a thing that ever you had to deal with going to school, going to work. You work with people, they walk past you, you're not smelling like day old musk. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Because you won't know if somebody didn't take a bath for like 2 days.
Yeah,
Just
fact.
if you just say you took a shower in the morning and you get dressed and you spent the day outside in Florida heat, you know how much muggy and how much dirt and grime you have just from that day alone, not doing practice.
That
Not
mo-
we talking about practice, you know what I'm saying? We
yeah,
not we not the game I love. We talking about practice, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So you just going outside for the day, just that alone, you have already dirt and grime on. So for somebody to say they ain't take showers for 2, 3 days, ain't no way, son. Ain't no way, because you gotta go work, you gotta go places, like so you just cool, just smelling like day old rat poison, like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you just cool with that. Like, nah, I don't believe that. A lot of this stuff is like internet based because in real life, in the real world, people don't do shit like that. And if you do, you won't stay your ass in the crib.
I mean, you would think so, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
But to be outside and then be on camera and then have it recorded and say you don't take a bath for 2 days, like I really feel a lot of that stuff is cap. People are really trying to reach for views and stuff. Like what Rick James said, attention is a hell of a drug. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So people do whatever they want for attention. So they'll just say like, "Oh, I don't take baths for." They'll say something egregious, so where it'd be like, "Yeah, that sounds crazy." All right, so I'm gonna say I ain't take baths for 3 days. Yeah, yeah, that's what we're gonna say. But in real life, like, man, you can't go a whole day without taking a shower. Like, you gotta take at least 2 showers per day, especially in Florida. Like, that's what rip.
The
Two.
the the lead actor in Scream 3, I forget, I think his name is McConnelly or Connolly. He was on The View not too long ago saying that when he takes showers, he get the hot spots. He don't wash his legs, and it's a slippery slope because culturally, as melanated people, we use washcloths. So that was the conversation at first. Do you use a washcloth when you take a shower? And he was like, "No, I just use the soap. What do I need a washcloth for?" And so the other people who was not melanated on the show was like, "Right? Like, what do you? It's a waste. It's a waste. Like, what do you need a washcloth for?" But if you grow up in a melanated household, you better not get in the shower without a washcloth. Like that's
They better not see your old pubes. And there was an episode on Friends where Joey was like, "Oh yeah, soap is self cleaning. It don't matter. It cleans itself." So
yeah. My bro froze up. He froze up.
yeah, for real, soap is
Okay,
self cleaning.
now you back. You back.
He said the first time he's like the first place you use the soap is the last place I used it. And he's like, "Oh yeah," you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we use washcloths, but now washcloths is passe. Now we use micro scrubbers. You know what I'm saying? That's passe now. You feel me? We don't even use that no more. We use micro scrub bristle brushes. You feel me? Get
Yo,
all the nooks and crannies.
passe. He said it's
So,
passe.
so I want to hear what y'all gotta say now about the rag. And they were saying that sounds poor, but just using Irish Spring soap is any better?
That's
So
why.
you just getting the top layer. You ain't even going underneath that. You know what I'm
That,
saying?
that's wild. If I'm taking a shower with a woman and I'm at her house and she doesn't slide me a wash rag, obviously a towel, but a washcloth, you
You
just
already know it's the main towel, the little mid joint, and then the washcloth right on top of it, all pressed and ready, right there on top of the tub for you. Not the top, on top of the toilet joint, it's
you know what
right
I'm saying.
there next to the shower. I mean,
And
that's how I was always prepared. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know it's prepared.
And a lot of women don't even have nice towels. Like they give you the towel that feel like like they use the towel to wash milk up off the floor or something like that. Like, yo, why is
It's
it so
that
rough right?
it's that it's that old Conway brand. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Just
Like, just yo, you stupid. You said Conway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better off air drying at the shorty spot. But the point making is like, yo, how can washcloths be a poor person thing where the whole purpose is about being clean?
yeah, you gotta get the back of the neck. You know what I'm saying? I
Outside,
back and forth. Where's the connect?
you know what I'm saying? Like outside of the hot spots, you gotta get everything. Like everything has to get got. Like even people who are melanated, they use two different types of soaps in the shower. For those who don't know, two different types of soap. There's soap for our body and there's soap for our face. And then real talk, but see the way how I see it, that's not exclusive to us. It's more individual based. So it's very interesting that you see all these actors, all these people with platforms saying that the people who are not melanated saying that when they take showers that they don't use washcloths, they just use soap. So it's just like, and then that they don't take showers on a regular basis. So I just thought that was weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like I always was. I mean, I was in France when I was young, and we went to the south of France, and I went to where they actually one of the old factories where they first produced perfume. And tour guide who from France, born and raised there, is telling us as the tour guide that the reason why they created perfume in the first place, the reason why we even have smell goods, well, one of
Take.
the reasons is
Mm-hmm.
because people did not take baths back then because they thought it was sacrilegious to take a shower, so they would only take baths once a year. So the smell and the putridness of it, that's why they came up with fragrances to hide and mask the smell. The only time that people only time people took showers was like special occasions, like getting married and all that. So that's where that old phrase comes from, where don't throw the child out with the bathwater. You know what I'm saying? Because when those 1 year shower time came around, the father would take a shower first, the mother, and so on and so forth. And by the time it got to the little one, the water would be so black and so dirty that you might mistake and throw your child out when you toss in the water out because it's so dirty.
Mm-hmm.
This is this is not no knock to nobody. This is not no dig, but this is just history. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So how I feel, how you want to feel about it, but I know the history. I've been around it and I've seen it. So you could get emotional all you want. I don't care. It's just how the history is. You know what I'm saying? Talk to McGraw-Hill about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I read all these other books and that's what they're saying. The European cities were filthy. They were disgusting. They had diseases all over the place because you did not domesticate your animals. You had the damn sheep and the fucking pig running through the damn living room. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
damn dog sleeping on the bed with you and shit. He done
Yeah.
rolled around in fleas all day with Babe and all them. Now
Yeah.
he your bed on your covers. Like, come on, son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That-
saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And see, like in the chat, they're saying, yeah, yeah, bro. Everybody has soap, shampoo, and so forth and so. No, everybody doesn't. No, everybody doesn't. Okay, but like how if you was really paying attention to what I said it's individual based. It's not cultural based. So get out your feelings because that's what I said. I said it's individual based. I played football and basketball, so that means I played with a lot of guys on my team throughout my life, and the guys that I played with who happen to be white. I have friends who happen to be melanated and white. They take showers on a very regular basis. They wash themselves. They have shampoos and soaps. Yes, so that's why I say it's individual based and not cultural based. I'm speaking towards the people who are saying that it is cultural based. And these people who are not melanated saying that. So before you respond, you gotta listen, my brother. Gotta listen. Okay? But I agree with you, bro, based on the history in itself. Like I can't imagine being a man in that time period where you're only taking one shower a year, even though that was the norm back then. But imagine where we are today and being sent back into back time and you see this real fine chick and you wanna do your thing with her, but you know she ain't taken a shower since last April. It's like, whoo, that box is on muscatel time, nigga. Like just straight funk ass. Like just
Like, yo, it was like, what is that? Chemicals? It's like, nah, I just only use juices and berries. Like, I'm gonna put you in that bath with juices and berries. You know what I'm saying? You need to get you
yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying?
just straight funky. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think hygiene again is more individual based than cultural based. But there's a lot of people who are not melanated who is on these platforms saying that they feel like using wash rags, a poor man problem. That's a part of the hygiene. They're saying that they don't take showers on a regular basis. They not indulging in washing their hands during meals or after taking number twos in the bathroom. So that's what they're saying. So that's tonight's show. We thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in, and throwing in that love. Ro and Jack, they were sewn into their underwear. Hey, now being dirty is how we beat the Native Americans without even trying. No, but see, again, that's why I say it's individual based. I don't think it's cultural based. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. So yeah, but yo, thank y'all for tuning in. This episode, what, 83 or 84, bro?
84, I believe. So
Damn, this thing is moving and growing at a rapid pace. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Y'all are the bomb.com. Even if we don't agree, we still love you. You know what I'm saying? Pause. We still got love for you. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for tapping in. Again, make sure y'all tap into the membership page, different tiers, different access. Get your badges, y'all. Also on the community page, we got different, just all types of videos for this channel. So make sure you tap in. For this show alone, we got over 160 videos right now. Over 160 videos, 160 rewatches. Tap in. Appreciate y'all. Again, I want to thank some of our sponsors of the show. Bravo Section, Button Snaps, OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild. Or you can hit my brother on his Instagram at
Bravo section _
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors, tap into us on Instagram. I want to shout out the Overstand podcast. Make sure you tap in every Monday at 9:30. Why understand when you go overstand every Monday at 9:30? Make sure you tap in. Again, we'll be back this Sunday. We on every Sunday and Thursday at 10:30 p.m. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, notification bell. You already know what time it is, y'all. It's nothing but love, and we'll be back. We out of here.